So as many of you know, I took a pretty awkward path through life, atypical to say the least. I graduated from a really good college, had my degree in business, I was ready to become an investment banker, and then I got a camera for graduation, and I decided to start shooting music videos, and I just went crazy with it. I was making really good money, I was having a good time, and then COVID hit, and then my life just kind of fell apart, honestly. I'm not blaming it on COVID, but it all happened around that time. 5-year breakup, couldn't shoot music videos, moved away from Chicago, moved all the way across the country to Arizona, and just completely isolated myself for a whole year. And I really feel like it was during this time in my life that I just went through the fire. And it was exactly around this time as well that I decided to start living out of a car. Fast forward 3 years, I'm still living in a car, still trying to pick up the pieces, and that's just life, man. I mean, I could be bitter about it, I could be all kinds of ways about it, I guess, but that wouldn't do me any good. It's just what happened. And I think a lot of times life takes you down a path that you did not expect. And that's something that as you go through life, you start to accept more and more, because at the end of the day, we do have control, but there's a lot of things out there, way more than we realize at times, that we have no control over. You can be in an amazing relationship 1 second, single the next, sitting on a lot of money 1 minute, gone, poor, on the street. And that gives me an appreciation for everyone, because I think if you had asked me in college, what do you think about people who live out of their car, who are just kind of doing their own thing, I would be like, they need to get their act together. They need to start doing something. They need to be productive. I would have had all kinds of opinions. But now, as I'm a little bit older, my opinions have changed dramatically. Now when I see a person who's on the street, or even a person who's on the hill, I look at them almost equally. I mean, obviously I have opinions on each. I do see value in both sides of things. But for the most part, I acknowledge this fact that their lives are their lives. They're not comparable. You cannot compare your life to mine. We have been given a lot of things in our lives. We have had things taken from us, and that is something that is unique to you. And as I've been getting older, I'm starting to understand this more and more, that you really have to respect the human experience for what it is, completely unique. And that doesn't mean you can't have an opinion. I still have mine, you still have yours. I'm sure some of you probably look at me living out of my car like, wow, what an idiot. Or there could be others of you who are like, ooh, I want to try that. And that all depends on how your life is shaping out. But you shouldn't compare yourself to me. And I'm doing my best not to compare myself to anyone. It's really hard to do that because as humans, we look at each other and we're like, oh, we're the same species. We are very similar. And that is true that we share a lot in common. But in terms of our veneer, the things that we have, the way we present ourselves, that's all just surface level crap that honestly you can't really compare. Because like I said in the beginning of this, life takes you down a path that sometimes you expected, sometimes you didn't. And in either case, I think it can be a good thing for you or it can be a bad thing for you. It all comes down to your mindset. And I am shameless in saying that a lot of times I'm a little bit of a grudge, a Grinch. Other times I'm really happy, I'm grateful. I'm kind of all over the map with it. But as I'm getting older, I'm realizing that part of what we all have to learn to do is just accept the hand that we were dealt and just make the most of it. And that's what I'm trying to do day to day. I've recently decided that I'm probably going to go back to Wisconsin for the summer, maybe get a job, big boy job at some point, become an adult, because I'm realizing that, although I can't entirely control the path I go down, I can set myself up. I might not make it to the top of the mountain, but I can still pack my backpack. And then if God willing, if he wants to send me to the top, he can send me to the top. If he wants me to just sit at the base and watch everyone else go to the top, so be it. I'm ready to accept either outcome. I might bitch about it a little. I might be happy at times. But at the end of the day, that's life, man. And I'm in this philosophical mood right now. I just got done with a 7-mile run, so my brain is still firing pretty hard right now. I hope this was meaningful to at least one of you, though. That's all I gotta say today, guys. Catch you later.